party insists that this is the direction we're taking, what happens?
We will cross that bridge when we get there.
SG Edwin Sifuna, Senator, CBS.
Let us just keep quiet. This thing will work out.
You may clap again. Very good.
Your Excellency, the President, Your Excellency, Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, all leaders present here, all protocols observed. My name is Edwin Sifuna. I am the Senator of Nairobi. What do you mean? I have certain constitutional duties, and that is why I'm standing here to execute those duties in accordance with the Constitution of ODM. Do you know, Honorable Speaker, that despite me being the SG of ODM, I do not speak for Raila. He has his spokespersons. He has his spokesperson. I speak for organs of the party for which he is a member. But I cannot speak for Raila Odinga because he has his own mouth. He has his spokespersons. We are all clear on what it is and what it is not. As SG, I want to confirm that this document has been processed through the relevant party organs. His Excellency President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, and the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, EGH, being the party leaders of the largest political parties in Kenya and bearing the greatest political responsibility, acknowledge the need in setting up a broad platform for collaboration and cooperation between all political forces and other stakeholders in the Kenyan society to address these long-standing challenges that threaten our nationhood. I can tell you for a fact, Trevor, at the end of the day, my responsibility is to put things on record so that history can record that I warned that this is something that would still hurt us as a political entity. I have seen even some colleagues from this Senate coming up and proposing ridiculous things like amending a constitution just to look for a position for Raila. What do you mean? While this memorandum does not define the formation of a political coalition between the respective political parties, its successful implementation will inform the basis of steps towards the establishment of a progressive and stable country. There's people like Ojienda who are fixated with power sharing. Everything he talks about is just who will be what and who will get what. There are those of us who are fixated on power. There are those of us who are fixated on fixing this country. Now, therefore, the two leaders commit and resolve to collaborate and cooperate with each other by conducting broad-based consultations between themselves on the key issues identified below. It doesn't matter if you are not performing as an incumbent, if you are doing the things that this government is doing, it doesn't matter who supports you, you will still come up short. Number one, the full implementation of the National Dialogue Committee report, the NADCO report. Priority issues in the NADCO process, like the cost of living, youth unemployment, establishing a framework for the implementation of the 2/3 gender rule, have been the topics of discussion for far too long and now must be actualized. Number two, inclusivity in all spheres of public life. Kenya belongs to all persons, regardless of their ethnicity, religion, generation, or geographic location. All Kenyans are equal and all are entitled to an equitable budgetary resource allocation and opportunities in public appointments. Further, though the Constitution of Kenya is clear on the rights of minorities and the marginalized people in the country, not enough has been done almost 15 years later to uphold these rights by fully implementing the provisions of the Constitution. Third, protecting and strengthening devolution. Devolution must continue to be protected from any possibility of clawback on devolved functions, and more effort must be put at devolving all funds allocated to a devolved function, increasing budgetary allocation to counties, and ensuring the timely and predictable disbursement of devolved funds. It would be very foolish for ODM not to field a presidential candidate. It would be extremely foolish. The advice that we failed to give in 2018-2022 was that you were associating with a government that was extremely unpopular and that we were going to end up carrying the burden of incumbency when indeed it was not our government. This is the exact same situation that we find ourselves in.